Check in with Andrew.
And it's a steamy one out there in Michiana. Check out the heat index right now in Rochester, coming in at 105 degrees. The first Michiana community this Friday afternoon to crack the century mark for the feel-like temperature. Feeling like 96 in Elkhart, 95 in South Bend, 98 in LaPorte, and feeling like 92 in St. Joe. And we're going to be dealing with this uncomfortable weather, unfortunately, for the remainder of this Friday. Make sure you're staying hydrated. These heat indices around 95 to 100 degrees between now and sunset, and even around 9 p.m. still going to feel like around 90 degrees. We'll lower the heat index a little bit for our Saturday, but still going to feel downright gross out there, uncomfortable, and at times early to mid-afternoon heat indices will likely approach the 90s. So what about these chances for rain, though? That's the heat, but what about the rain chances? I know there's a lot going on in Michiana this weekend. We've got the Crazel Art Fair up into St. Joe. Well, for this evening, outside of an isolated storm for one or two communities, most, if not all of Michiana stays completely rain-free for tonight. Things change, though, for our Saturday. We're first alerting ahead to a cold front arriving tomorrow afternoon, and what that'll bring is some scattered afternoon thunderstorms, and then behind that cold front will lower the humidity for Sunday. No rain chance as we close out the weekend for Sunday afternoon. But Saturday afternoon, we do have our eyes on at least some scattered chances for some downpours, and that's the key message here. Scattered downpours, some very quick, heavy rainfall, maybe a quick gust of wind above 40 miles per hour, and lightning headed our way with any thunderstorm Saturday afternoon. Let's time this out hour by hour with First Alert Weather Feeder Track. And as we head on into this evening around sunset, 8, 9, 10 p.m., can't rule out maybe one or two stray downpours, with most, if not all of Michiana staying completely rain-free. And as we walk you into Feeder Track towards daybreak tomorrow morning, here we are paused at 7 a.m., most, if not all of Michiana staying completely rain-free through the first half of Saturday. And then watch Feeder Track as we head on into the afternoon, 1, 2, 3, 4 o'clock. Here we are paused at 4 p.m. Saturday. Here's the cold front beginning to move its way through Michiana. Some scattered downpours, lightning, maybe a quick gust of wind in excess of 40 miles per hour as this front moves through Michiana, bringing with it some scattered thunderstorm chances. Most of that moves on out by the time we head on into the evening hours for our Saturday, with a very small chance of an isolated pop-up shower as the physical front moves through Michiana. And what that'll do is lower our humidity as we head on into Sunday afternoon, right on into Sunday evening. Here's a look at the muggy trend here, and we'll see lower humidity headed our way for the second half of the weekend and into early next week. But it is early next week where we'll first alert ahead to the heat returning to Michiana, feeling back into the low to mid 90s Monday and Tuesday. A secondary cold front will move through next Wednesday, and what that'll do is drop some of our afternoon high temperatures potentially into the 70s for the end of next week. We'll take a look at an update to our 10-day forecast and First Alert Weather.
Andrew, thank you. We're just